The original, first of all, in addition to all the Fox News Emmys lists, we have some of the founders of Occupy Wall Street in the house tonight. But the real founders of Occupy Wall Street were frankly Rage Against the Machine, who in 1999 filmed a video called Sleep Now in the Fire and shut down the New York Stock Exchange in the midst of the filming. Now, at the time, the video director was a gentleman by the name of Michael Moore, and Michael, we've been very big fans of his work, and he had made, some movies that we liked, and we enjoyed his TV shows, and I couldn't wait to meet the guy because I had one question that I really wanted to ask him. So he comes into the trailer, I'm like, Mike, great to meet you, you're awesome, bro, thanks for directing this video. Dude, how many times, you are always sticking it to the man, and you're out there on a limb, how many times have you been arrested? He's like, Tom, I have never been arrested. And I said to him, dude, you never worked with Rage Against the Machine before. See how the day goes. And that turned out to be prophetic. So Mike, who's a fantastic video director, movie director, but he basically gave us just two instructions the entire day. One, he said, there's a buzzing going on. I don't like it. What's going on? Okay. And Mike said, no matter what happens, don't stop playing. Okay, so now, I hate to burst your bubble, those of you who are still tuning into video somewhere, but the bands aren't really playing live on the video. There's some sort of compact disc or digital representation of the song going on. The bands are miming along, okay? There's no Santa Claus either, but don't worry, it's cool, totally cool. So we weren't really playing, but when we had a permit to play on the federal steps, like the steps of the federal building, which are right adjacent to the New York Stock Exchange. We did not, however, have a permit to play on the city street, which was the sidewalk of the street. So we're up there on the steps, and we're rocking out, we're filming the video, it's going very, very well. Some befuddled Wall Street traders are walking by, and then Mike says, okay, now we're gonna play on the sidewalk, where we don't have a permit to play. But ringing in our ears is, no matter what happens, don't stop miming, okay? So we go down on the sidewalk, as soon as we're down on the sidewalk, a New York City police officer comes up and he says, you can't play on the sidewalk, you gotta get back on the stairs. And I'm like, well, thinking to myself, Mike's my director today, you're not the boss of me, so I'm gonna keep playing. It's funny how just that makes that. I never stopped appreciating that. So, but we're not really playing, we're miming along to the CD which is blaring. And I'm just like, I just don't even answer. I'm like, I'm just playing. He's like, unplug your guitars. I'm like, it's roaring and it's roaring. He's like, unplug your guitar. So he unplugs both the bass guitar, the New York City police officer, unplugs both the bass guitar and my guitar simultaneously. Boom! And the music doesn't stop. The look on his face was priceless. He's like, Rage Against the Machine has some sort of magical powers over the police force. And despite my protestations and actually unplugging their instruments, they are still sleeping now in the fire. And he looked so inflamed, was ready to go crazy, and he looked at Timmy C, and Timmy's pretty ripped, and he went, not that dude. He looked at me and I was like, I have Mau ancestors. And then he arrested Michael Moore on the spot. And he dragged his ass off the jail. You can see it in the video. It's like Michael being led away in handcuffs. And over his shoulder, as Michael's being led away up the stairs, he says, take the New York Stock Exchange. Take the New York Stock Exchange. Fortunately, this isn't a pre-9/11 world where someone's not going to just kneecap you as you take the New York Stock Exchange. So Brad and I, followed by the cameraman who didn't know, no one had any instructions, we run into the New York Stock Exchange. It was this nice guy, I'm sure making minimum wage in this sort of ill-fitting outfit who's supposed to check the guests. And I said, sir, I'm here to take the New York Stock Exchange. Which direction do I go? And he did his job well and called security. So at the end of the video, you see us actually being expelled from the thing. It was a fine video. Michael Moore was arrested and everything went fine. That's my Rage Against the Machine story for you. The 20th anniversary. All the road I must tread.